Good morning all. Top 50 News of India, 25th May 2026. 1. PM Modi reviews heatwave preparedness nationwide. Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a high-level meeting on heatwave management. Officials reviewed electricity demand, water supply, and healthcare preparedness. States were instructed to strengthen emergency response systems. Awareness campaigns for public safety were expanded across cities. The government aimed to minimize heat-related disruptions nationwide. 2. Severe heat wave continues across northern India. Large parts of north and central India continued facing extreme heat conditions. Temperatures neared 48 degrees Celsius in Rajasthan and nearby regions. Hospitals reported increasing cases of dehydration and heat stroke. Authorities advised people to avoid outdoor activities during afternoon hours. Electricity consumption remained at record-breaking levels. 3. Government appeals for responsible electricity usage. The Power Ministry urged citizens to use electricity responsibly during peak hours. India's power demand crossed 271 gigawatts amid the ongoing heat wave. Cooling-related electricity consumption increased sharply nationwide. Authorities assured adequate coal reserves for thermal power plants. Officials closely monitored national grid stability. 4. IMD predicts rainfall in eastern and southern states. The India Meteorological Department forecast thunderstorms in eastern India. Kerala and coastal Karnataka may receive moderate rainfall this week. Lightning alerts were issued for several districts. Farmers welcomed hopes of pre-monsoon showers before sowing season. Disaster management teams remained alert in vulnerable areas. 5. Fuel prices continue impacting household budgets. Petrol and diesel prices remained a major public concern nationwide. Transportation and logistics costs continued increasing in many cities. Consumers expressed concern over rising daily expenses. Economists warned about inflationary pressure on essential goods. Global crude oil prices remained under close observation. 6. Indian stock markets end the week positively. Sensex and Nifty closed with gains after strong investor participation. Banking and IT sectors led the market rally. Foreign investors showed renewed confidence in Indian equities. Positive global market trends supported domestic sentiment. Analysts remained optimistic about India's growth outlook. 7. RBI surplus transfer strengthens government finances. The Reserve Bank of India's record surplus transfer remained a major economic topic. Economists said the move would support fiscal stability and public spending. Financial experts predicted positive effects on infrastructure investment. The development boosted confidence in India's economic position. Markets responded positively to the announcement. 8. India's strategic relations strengthen further. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar held discussions with U.S. officials in Delhi. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio described India as a critical strategic ally. Talks focused on Indo-Pacific security and economic cooperation. Both countries emphasized stronger diplomatic coordination. The meetings highlighted India's growing global influence. 9. India continues multi-alignment foreign policy. The Ministry of External Affairs defended India's balanced foreign policy approach. Officials said India would continue diversifying energy imports globally. Relations with Russia, the US, and Europe remained strategically important. Energy security and affordable imports remained national priorities. Experts praised India's independent diplomatic strategy. 10. Political campaign activity intensifies nationwide. Major political parties accelerated preparations for future elections. Leaders focused on inflation, jobs, and development issues. Public rallies and outreach programs expanded across states. Campaign committees reviewed district-level strategies carefully. Political activity remained high nationwide. 11. West Bengal political developments remain in focus. Political discussions continued following the recent West Bengal elections. The BJP government reviewed administrative and development priorities. Opposition parties continued criticizing governance decisions. Public debate focused on employment and industrial growth. The state remained under strong national political attention. 12. Tamil Nadu politics continues making headlines. Tamil Nadu remained under national attention after recent political changes. Actor Vijay's leadership continued drawing strong public interest. Coalition and cabinet discussions remained active. Economic reforms and governance priorities were debated widely. Analysts described the developments as historically significant. 13. Kerala launches tourism promotion campaigns. Kerala announced fresh tourism initiatives ahead of monsoon travel season. Officials highlighted ecotourism and wellness destinations. Hospitality businesses expected increased domestic tourism demand. Investment opportunities in tourism infrastructure were reviewed. The state aimed to generate additional employment opportunities. 14. RCB remains strong IPL title contender. Royal Challengers Bengaluru continued dominating IPL 2026 discussions. Virat Kohli maintained consistent batting performances. RCB's bowling unit also impressed cricket experts. Fans celebrated the team's successful season on social media. Analysts considered RCB among the strongest title contenders. 15. IPL playoff race continues intensifying. Several IPL teams remained in contention for playoff qualification. Punjab Kings, Rajasthan Royals, and Delhi Capitals faced crucial matches. Fans closely followed qualification calculations online. Experts predicted dramatic results in final league matches. IPL remained India's biggest sports discussion topic. 16. India A team continues ODI Tri-Series preparation. The India A squad intensified preparations for the upcoming ODI Tri-Series. Coaches focused on fitness, bowling accuracy, and batting consistency. Selectors closely monitored young emerging players. Several IPL performers remained under observation. Fans expected strong performances from young cricketers. 17. Indian athletes continue international success. Indian badminton and athletics players impressed in global tournaments. Young athletes gained praise for discipline and consistency. Sports officials welcomed India's improving international performances. Training programs intensified ahead of major competitions. India's sporting reputation continued improving globally. 18. SAFF Women's Championship begins in Goa. The 2026 SAFF Women's Championship officially began in Goa. Teams from across South Asia participated in the tournament. Football fans welcomed India hosting the major regional event. Security and arrangements were strengthened at stadium venues. The tournament will continue until early June. 19. Delhi air quality remains poor. Delhi's AQI stayed in the poor category due to dust and heat. Doctors advised vulnerable citizens to avoid prolonged outdoor exposure. Environmental organizations demanded stricter pollution control measures. Authorities reviewed emergency anti-pollution plans. Air quality concerns continued across NCR regions. 20. Indian Railways adds more summer special trains. Railways announced additional trains for high-demand vacation routes. Passenger traffic remained extremely heavy nationwide. Stations strengthened security and crowd management measures. Online ticket booking activity remained high. Travelers welcomed improved transportation availability. 21. EdTech companies expand AI learning platforms. Education technology firms launched advanced AI-based study systems. Competitive exam aspirants increasingly used digital learning tools. Students in smaller towns gained better educational access. Experts praised technological transformation in education. Online learning continued expanding rapidly nationwide. 22. Indian startups continue attracting global investment. Global investors continued supporting Indian startups aggressively. AI, fintech, and health tech sectors remained highly attractive. Entrepreneurs expanded operations into Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. Government innovation programs supported startup ecosystems. Experts predicted continued digital economy growth. 23. Cybercrime cases continue rising across India. Authorities reported increasing complaints related to online fraud and scams. Banks warned customers against fake payment links and suspicious calls. Cyber awareness campaigns expanded across multiple states. Police arrested several cybercrime gangs recently. Experts stressed stronger digital safety awareness. 24. Indian Army expands AI-based border surveillance. The Indian Army strengthened drone and AI-based monitoring operations. Advanced surveillance systems improved border security efficiency. Defense officials emphasized modernization initiatives nationwide. Sensitive regions received upgraded technology deployments. Experts described the move as strategically important. 25. ISRO continues satellite mission preparations. ISRO scientists completed another phase of technical testing. The upcoming mission aims to improve weather forecasting services. Communication and disaster management capabilities will also improve. Young engineers played important roles in development work. India's space sector maintained rapid advancement. 26. 5G connectivity expands into more regions. Telecom companies extended 5G services into more towns and districts. Internet speed improved significantly in newly connected areas. Businesses benefited from stronger digital infrastructure. Affordable rural connectivity plans were discussed further. Competition among telecom firms remained intense nationwide. 27. UPI transactions reach new record levels. India's digital payment ecosystem continued breaking transaction records. Small businesses increasingly adopted QR code payment systems. Rural digital banking usage expanded steadily nationwide. Fintech firms launched additional payment innovations. Experts described India as a global fintech leader. 28. Women safety projects receive additional support. Several states increased funding for women safety initiatives. Emergency response systems were upgraded in major cities. Police improved rapid complaint handling mechanisms further. Awareness campaigns continued in schools and colleges. Women's security remained a governance priority nationwide. 29. Water conservation campaigns intensify nationwide. Authorities promoted rainwater harvesting and water-saving practices. Urban regions facing shortages introduced stricter monitoring systems. Experts warned about future climate-related water stress. Schools and NGOs participated in awareness drives. Sustainable water management gained national importance. 30. Indore faces water crisis protests. Residents in Indore protested against ongoing water shortages. Traffic was blocked at major intersections during demonstrations. Citizens demanded faster action from local authorities. The protests caused significant disruption in the city. Water supply management became a major local issue. 31. Monsoon preparedness activities continue nationwide. Flood-prone states strengthened disaster management operations further. NDRF teams remained deployed in vulnerable districts. Drainage systems and river monitoring networks were upgraded. Authorities reviewed emergency evacuation plans carefully. Officials aimed to reduce flood-related losses this year. 32. Healthcare recruitment drives expand nationwide. Government hospitals announced additional recruitment for doctors and nurses. Rural healthcare infrastructure received stronger financial support. Medical colleges expanded training facilities and programs. Experts welcomed investment in public healthcare services. Authorities aimed to improve healthcare accessibility nationwide. 33. Metro rail expansion continues across India. Metro projects accelerated in Delhi, Bengaluru, Pune, and Indore. Authorities highlighted environmental and traffic reduction benefits. Several new metro corridors received official approvals. Commuters welcomed affordable public transport expansion. Urban modernization remained a government priority. 34. Tourism industry records strong summer growth. Hotels and travel companies reported heavy bookings nationwide. Hill stations and beaches attracted large tourist crowds. Local businesses benefited from increased tourism activity. States promoted domestic tourism aggressively. Experts predicted continued tourism recovery through 2026. 35. EV charging infrastructure expands rapidly. Authorities approved additional EV charging stations nationwide. National highways remained key focus areas for expansion. Private companies partnered with governments for deployment projects. Electric vehicle adoption increased steadily among consumers. Experts praised India's clean mobility initiatives. 36. Semiconductor manufacturing plans gain momentum. India continued negotiations with global semiconductor manufacturers. New incentives encouraged investment in chip production facilities. Experts highlighted employment opportunities in advanced technology sectors. Authorities aimed to reduce semiconductor import dependence. India's tech industry welcomed policy support measures. 37. Indian cinema continues global expansion. Indian films and OTT content remained highly popular internationally. South Indian cinema performed strongly in overseas markets. Streaming platforms reported increasing global viewership numbers. Film producers explored additional international collaborations. India's entertainment industry expanded global influence further. 38. Sports infrastructure development receives boost. Authorities announced new sports academies and training centers. Olympic preparation programs received increased financial support. Young athletes gained access to improved facilities nationwide. States focused on strengthening grassroots sports systems. India aimed to improve future medal performances. 39. AI adoption expands across industries. Banks, schools, and hospitals increased use of AI systems. Automation improved operational efficiency significantly. Technology companies announced fresh AI research investments. Experts emphasized digital skill development programs. India continued emerging as a technology-driven economy. 40. Airport expansion projects continue nationwide. Major airports expanded terminals and cargo handling facilities. Authorities prepared for rising passenger traffic demand. Private investment supported modernization projects significantly. Cargo infrastructure development accelerated across India. Experts predicted strong aviation sector growth ahead. 41. Farm subsidy programs support rural economy. Farmers received support for irrigation and farming equipment purchases. Authorities promoted sustainable agricultural practices nationwide. Agricultural groups welcomed subsidy expansion measures. Experts encouraged technology-driven farming modernization. Officials expected improved productivity during the upcoming season. 42. Digital banking usage continues growing. Banks reported strong growth in mobile and internet banking services. Rural consumers increasingly adopted digital financial systems. Cyber safety awareness campaigns expanded nationwide. Experts predicted continued financial inclusion growth. India's fintech ecosystem remained among the world's fastest growing. 43. National highway construction accelerates. Expressway and highway projects progressed rapidly across states. Authorities highlighted improved logistics and transportation efficiency. Infrastructure investment supported long-term economic growth. Construction activities generated employment opportunities nationwide. Road modernization remained a major policy priority. 44. Climate experts warn about urban heat risks. Environmental scientists warned about worsening urban heat wave conditions. Several cities were identified as climate risk zones. Experts recommended green infrastructure and water reforms urgently. Awareness campaigns promoted environmental sustainability nationwide. Climate resilience planning gained increasing importance. 45. Skill-based education programs gained popularity. Educational institutions expanded career-focused training programs. Students increasingly preferred AI, coding, and analytics courses. Online certification platforms attracted rising enrollments nationwide. Experts praised employment-oriented learning approaches. Skill development remained a major educational trend. 46. Defense manufacturing sector expands rapidly. India promoted local production of defense equipment and technology. Domestic companies gained support through self-reliance initiatives. Defense exports continued showing strong growth trends. Experts highlighted strategic and economic benefits of localization. The sector attracted rising investment interest nationwide. 47. Indian athletes continue international success. Indian athletes delivered impressive performances in global competitions. Young players received praise for consistency and discipline. Training programs intensified ahead of major sporting events. Officials expressed confidence in future medal opportunities. India's sporting image continued improving globally. 48. Smart city projects expand across India. Urban modernization initiatives progressed in several smart cities. Authorities focused on sanitation, transport, and digital governance. Citizens welcomed improvements in civic infrastructure. Experts emphasized sustainable urban development strategies. Government investment in modernization remained strong nationwide. 49. Ganga Dashehra celebrated across India. Devotees celebrated Ganga Dashehra with prayers and holy river rituals. Large crowds gathered at major ghats across northern India. Religious ceremonies and cultural programs were organized nationwide. Authorities strengthened crowd management and security arrangements. The festival held major spiritual significance for devotees. 50. India strengthens position as global economic power. India continued expanding influence in technology, trade, and diplomacy. Foreign investors maintained confidence in India's long-term growth potential. Infrastructure and innovation reforms remained major policy priorities. International organizations praised India's economic trajectory. Experts described India as one of the world's fastest-growing major economies. Please like and subscribe.